last video, I spoke about how to limit external input so you can start getting in tune with your natural frequency. And in this video, I want to continue that conversation and talk about the second aspect of how you can actually get more in touch with yourself and elevate your consciousness, and that is increasing internal exploration. How exactly? We're going to talk more about that. But if you haven't watched the previous video, you can go check that out now or go check it out after, because honestly, they can be standalone or can be watched one by one. But yo, if you don't know me, my name is Ishaan. I've been on my self-improvement journey since like 2018, so 6+ years now, and throughout that time I've made a lot of mistakes. I've redirected in a lot of different paths, and I like to talk about my experiences, and this is a way for me to introspect and reflect back on my experiences to keep extracting learnings from myself, so hopefully you can also pick up something along the way. But the reason that we want to truly get in touch with our inner self and not worry about what other people are putting in us is because that is one of the key ways to give yourself the love and validation that you rightfully deserve. And also, if you're someone like me who experienced in the past a lot of inner conflict and just couldn't figure out what was missing from life and just not having some sort of zest for it, then you're definitely in the right place. I think I'm going to go over 4 key things, which is going to be two of them are introspective activities: meditation, journaling. The third key thing is a hobby or like some sort of passion project, all for the goal to figure out your core values and beliefs, all to figure out what it is that you truly want out of life by separating what it is that you think and believe that was put in by other people around you. So I guess that was 3 things, not 4 per se. But let's start with meditation, because that's something that is a key aspect in this. And the reason for that is because meditation teaches you how to just be and exist and just sit with yourself and listen, and observing your thoughts. Meditation is, let me repeat that and let me rephrase it completely. Meditation is one of the powerful ways to sit with yourself and simply exist and observe your thoughts. And this is important because observing your thoughts without reacting to them, that's when you can actually step away or like take like a step back, zoom out, and recognize, okay, ask, why did this thought pop in my head? Is this something that I truly believe? Or is this something that was put in there by someone else? And having this distinction is a key component of figuring out what your core values are, which is why I say meditation is going to be a powerful tool for you to truly start hearing and getting more in tune with your inner self. My personal experiences with meditation, I've been meditating on and off for about 3 to 4 years, I want to say. The reason I said 3 to 4 is because when I first, in 2020, I knew meditation was a good thing, so I would do it like very sporadically and very randomly. And at this point, I was in college. COVID was also hitting, and so I did it extremely randomly. Like it would be like it was the weirdest thing. So I started off that, but with time, I realized and understood that I need to discipline myself to really truly reap the benefits. And in 2022 is when I moved out of my parents' place. I was living by myself in a new city. I basically didn't have any friends at first, so I was spending so much time with myself, and meditation became like a big practice for me. And since then, it's been a consistent thing because it truly, genuinely helps me. First, observing thoughts, but then also you can go more advanced to different techniques and start visualization meditations or healing meditations. Like there's so many different kinds that you can continue to grow in and try out. But at the end of the day, all of them will give you that time to simply just be with yourself so you can truly map out and listen, or I keep saying listen, truly map out and decipher whether a thought is yours or if it's put in by external inputs, and what is going to be your action to work on something, whether that is to change that belief or thought, or whether it is to act on it. The next thing, journaling is very similar in that sense where you're observing your thoughts and you're writing it out. And of course, there's different journaling things that you can do, right? There's free writes where you kind of just dump everything that's on your mind and it eases the stress, it relieves you, and then you can read it and then you can see, and then but while you're reading, you can be like, yo, why did I say this? Like, why did I feel the need to write this out? Like, why was this thought so prominent in my head at the time? And asking these reflection questions is a good way for you to, again, figure out, is this external input or is this my core belief? The next thing you want to focus on, or the next thing I would focus on, oh fuck, I should say journaling. I've been journaling consistently for 3 to 4 years or so, but inconsistently since 2018. Actually, journaling was the first practice that I started in terms of reflection things, where I started asking myself questions and started writing out my feelings because I was like, yo, there's something missing and I can't figure out what it is. 2018, I started inconsistent practices. 2020 is when journaling I like truly picked up. I would journal like every day and then on and off for some time, and now it's almost always like very consistent. Like there might be periods where I skip a day or I skip a few days. Max I would skip is like a couple weeks, but that's honestly pretty rare now, and it's a powerful practice for me. And now my outline is I write down gratitudes, I write down things that I'm looking forward to for the day, and then some reminders, which are kind of like affirmations. The third thing, hobbies or having a side project, is something that's super important, and I've been doing that since like high school, bro. Like no matter what, I don't know, I just had this thing in me. I'm telling you, like I just always wanted more out of life, and I kept thinking like there's something missing. Like I don't have that zest. Why don't I have that zest? And that's why I always pursued some sort of side project. Not Well, partially it was because I knew I had to go to college on a scholarship, otherwise I wasn't gonna be able to afford it. So I had to develop my social and leadership skills in high school so I could get into a good college with like a really good scholarship. And following that, I knew that I had to use my college education to the most, so that I can level up again in real life when I step out and get like a really high paying job that's gonna give me the time to continue to figure out what it is that I truly want to do. And that's exactly what I did. A lot of side projects, man, since high school. Sometimes it would be sports teams, sometimes it would just be like my things, reading, but or doing like some bullshit. Like one of the hobbies that I had in middle school was like cubing or speed cubing, like Rubik's cube shit. It was just honestly geeky as fuck now that I'm thinking, but like that was my thing. Like I did that because I wanted to do it, not because I thought it was gonna be cool for other people type shit. Young me was also doing some shit, yo, proud. Anyways, so you gotta pick a project or a hobby, and if it's something that can produce some tangible outcomes, not, and I don't mean that like in terms of rewards or validation anyway. I mean like just tangible products that you can like visually see or read or feel. So like music, art, creating something, content. I don't know, journaling, even journaling actually. Yeah, writing, dancing, like cooking. Doesn't matter what it is, but you gotta pick out a hobby and a project and work on it. Try to get better at it, and if it's something that you like, then stick to it. If you don't like, fuck that. Try something else. Repeat the same process. And this is one of the key ways, bro. I'm telling you, this trial and error method is one of the best ways like that you can use in order to figure out what it is that you truly want to do. And sometimes you may not have the luxury to do so because you're confined by school things or family obligations, but yo, if you have the time, and if you can make the time and you're not constrained by other things, you gotta figure out a side hobby or a project that's gonna help you get better. You're elevating your skills, you're learning more about yourself. And again, it's gonna help you increase that inner connection with yourself, because you're gonna continue to reflect throughout the process whether you like something or you don't. And yo, honestly, when you're trying to get better at something, you put an effort for it, and when you see the progress, like, it brings a different kind of joy in you, bro. That's the part that gave me zest over the long period of time. Like, for sure, improvement, growth, and progress gives me something internally that nothing else has. Super weird. Can't even explain it or put into words right now. And at the same time, in this case, you'll have to be disciplined to a certain extent for this side project, because it's an additional thing that you're adding onto your plate with everything else that you're doing, school, managing your life, and whatever, schoolwork, whatever it is that you're doing. But it also creates this self-respect, because you're willing to work hard for yourself. Like, you're willing to go the extra step and the extra mile to try something, regardless of what anyone else thinks, and regardless of the guaranteed outcomes of success. Like, that max effort without the external validation or reward is probably uh, one of the most powerful ways for you to level up your mindset. And that bro, I'm gonna have to wrap that shit up here, because I feel like that's probably the best gem that's helped me get to where I am now. Where, dude, when I got out of college, I was at a very high paying job, and I was there for about a year and a half in healthcare tech. Realized, yo, like, this is not something that I want to do for long term. So I was like, what it is that I want to do? And sciences was always a big thing for me. And I did a lot of research in college, and I had the experience. I felt that inclination, and then I was like, okay, fuck it. Like, I'm gonna apply to grad school. I'm gonna go try to fuck it. I'm gonna apply to grad school, go try to get a PhD, and if that doesn't work out, or if something else comes along the way, then I'll figure it out then. So now I'm in grad school studying planetary sciences, which is crazy, because it's like a starkly opposite side in some sense to spirituality. But the thing is, science and spirituality are like this, they're intertwined. The Western world has kind of just separated the two. A topic for another video. If you made it this far, I just want to say I appreciate you so much, and thank you for tuning in. I really hope you got something out of the video, and if you did, let me know in the comments below. But get on it, man. Start figuring out a hobby or a project that you're gonna do, and then start taking one small step each day. Bro, if you take one small step each day, think about how your life would change in 1 year. And 1 year is not even that crazy of a long period of time. Like, it's really not in the grand scheme of life. So yeah, start figuring that shit out. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are, what project that you'd want to do, and I will catch you all in the next one.